Hello everyone, my name is Brian Jean and welcome back to another video. In tonight's video, I'm going to talk about today's Bank of America 500, where today saw 4 drivers' playoff hopes come to an end. Ross Chastain, Bubba Wallace, Brett Keselowski, and Kyle Busch. Their playoff hopes came to an end today, unfortunately, but that's how the playoff system works. You gotta bring your best performances to the table right now. So they unfortunately didn't come up to the task, and, well, they failed. As for the race, let's get to that. The race today was pretty good. I didn't watch a lot of it as I had some family things to do. But, nonetheless, the race, what I saw from, lap 30 to 109 was pretty good. You had some good battles. You had some strategy. Good-looking cars. I mean, it was good. It was a good, race with a bit of chaos. You had some cautions. You had Eric Jones spinning out late, collecting Michael McDowell. You had Ricky Stenhouse Jr. having a fire inside of his car, unfortunately bringing out a caution. I believe there was 7, 8, or 9 cautions today, which were a lot. Definitely up there with the most cautions here at the Roval. So it was a bit chaotic, nonetheless. A bit chaotic race. But, again, it was still, nonetheless, a pretty good race. Really fun, solid. It was pretty good. I'd say one of the best road course races of the year. Had some good battles. Had some pretty good stuff in general. But now, after we're talking about how good the race was, we'll get to the race in a bit. Let's talk about the points and how the round of 8 looks. Drivers moving on to the round of 8 are William Byron, Martin Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, Chris Buescher, Tyler Reddick, Christopher Bell, and Ryan Blaney. Those are the current drivers in the round of 8. And those round of 8 tracks are going to be Las Vegas, Homestead, Miami, and Martinsville. Now, for these guys coming up, round of 8, this is where you've got to be extremely consistent, really good, and everyone's got to be perfect. Pit crew, yourself, spotters, engineers, everyone has to bring their A game for these 3 races. Again, Vegas, Homestead, Martinsville. 2 intermediates, 1 short track. And Martinsville, going to be hard to pass, so more likely qualifying is going to be extremely important. So, it's going to be tough. You got to definitely, again, bring your A game, so it's going to be an interesting one. But again, for a lot of these drivers, especially Tyler Reddick, who I want to mention real quick. Tyler Reddick, not a lot of people, I think, had him going this far, considering the issues with the 23XI pit crew. But nonetheless, Reddick has persevered. He is now to the round of 8, only -8 heading into the round of 8. And he's been really good at intermediates. So, is Tyler Reddick a sleeper to get into the championship 4? I'd say so. Reddick is definitely a guy to potentially look out for to move on to the final 4, crushing potentially championship chances of Kyle Larson, Chris Buescher, Bell, and Blaney. And, I mean, who knows what could happen in Phoenix. But nonetheless, again, it's going to be interesting. All 8 cars, by the way, have been really good. Consistency has been important for them, and they have delivered. Minus Truex, who hasn't had a top 15 finish in a long time. But, nonetheless, he's still there. Plus 15. Playoff points have been important, and he's collected them. And they've helped. And a good regular season has, as well, helped him. So, it's good. It's fair. But, again, nonetheless, it should be interesting for all of those guys. Now, the biggest races of their career are next week, basically. Starting next week, so should be fun. As for the racing now, today's race, again, it was pretty solid. It was solid. You had a lot of good battles. Suarez versus Allmendinger versus Byron, Allmendinger versus Busch, Gibbs versus Kyle Busch. You had good battles at the front, midfield. It was all pretty close racing. You had some 3-wide racing too, which was pretty interesting, exciting, and it was pretty entertaining. It was entertaining. That's the most important thing about races. You got to be entertaining, and I'd say the race was pretty entertaining. And you had a lot of drivers fighting for the win, playoff drivers who needed to win to get into the next round. such as Kyle Busch needed to win, Chastain needed to win. Those two desperately needed to win. They tried a lot of things, but as I already mentioned in the beginning, they did not get it done. I mean, Kyle Busch was easily the closest to get it done. I mean, he had a chance. Like the last restart, he was like second place or inside the top 5. He had multiple restarts where he was inside the top 5. Had a chance to win, but unfortunately couldn't get it done. Kyle Busch finished third today, but again, he needed to win. So, wasn't enough. Top 3 ain't going to cut it. So Kyle Busch's playoff hopes come to an end around 12, unfortunately. So, it's a tough break for Rowdy. Ross Chastain really didn't have that good of a race today, so he was out. Finished 10th, though, nonetheless, so fair performance. Martin Truex Jr., who moved on, again, like I mentioned, Truex has really struggled. Like, he hasn't had a top 15 finish since, I don't know, it's been a while. To put it lightly, it's been a while. So, round of 8, Martin Truex Jr.'s team and himself have really got to get it together if they want to move on to the Championship 4. And if they don't, they're going to be out because drivers like Reddick, Bell, Blaney, they have been really good. They've been consistent. They've won races. They can get it done. And especially Chris Buescher, who has been really consistent, especially into intermediate racetracks. He's always run top 10, top 12, top 15, top 5, top 3. He's even won races at intermediates. So he's going to be fast. And he's definitely one driver to keep an eye out that could potentially make it to the round 4. Because, again, as I mentioned, Truex hasn't finished in the top 15 in a while. And we're heading to intermediates. And to be fair, Buescher has been really fast. So if things go south for Truex and doesn't get a good finish, Buescher will pounce potentially in the standings. Because again, RFK has been really fast. I believe they had a good finish today as well. Yes, he finished 7th after starting 20th. So, again, but to be fair, it's expected for Buescher to get a good finish at a road course. He's really good at these types of tracks. But, again, intermediates, we got 2 of those in the next coming weekends here. Buescher's going to be fast. So Truex has to bring his A game. His team has to bring their A game. Same, again, Truex has to worry about, in my opinion, a lot of drivers, considering how his performance has been these past couple weeks. He has to worry about Hamlin, Larson, Buescher, Reddick, Bell, and Blaney, who have been faster than him these past couple races. And again, Las Vegas, Byron's good there, Hamlin's good there, Larson, Buescher, Reddick. I mean, those guys can definitely go over Martin Truex Jr. in the standings. So we'll see what happens come Las Vegas. We'll definitely see. But again, as for the race, chaotic, pretty good, pretty fun. You had a good amount of different leaders. You had Allmendinger, Gibbs, Reddick, Chase Elliott, who reached 5,000 career laps led, which is a good milestone for Chase Elliott. Believe maybe Blaney led some laps, Belt led some laps. So yeah, you had a good amount of different leaders, good battles. But nonetheless, at the end of the day, the driver who came home with the win at the Bank of America Roval 400 was A.J. Allmendinger. A.J. Allmendinger won the Bank of America Roval 400. My pick, personally, to win. Because, shooting it straight, A.J. Allmendinger is the king of the Charlotte Roval. He is really good here. In Xfinity, his past finishes, I believe, since 2021, have been first. And the Cup, it's been like 7th, 8th. One of those races he did finish like 37th, 40th, but that was due to engine issues. And this year, first place. I mean, again, he has been really, really good here. Again, shooting it straight. You had to pick A.J. Allmendinger for the Charlotte Roval today. Even if his performances at Cup and the road courses before this one have been not as what, how he should perform. But, I mean, today, he showed up to the field, absolutely did wonders, to be honest. Did wonders. And again, going back to his stats, A.J. Allmendinger's finishes at the Roval are as follow. Cup 2018, 7th. 2021, 38th. That's when he suffered an engine issue. 2022, 4th. And 2023, 1st place. Amazing. And then in Xfinity, 2019, 1st. 2020, 1st. 2021, 1st. And 2022, you guessed it, 1st. He owns this racetrack. He is insanely good at the Charlotte Roval. And once again, you had to pick him for today. And what do you know? He got it done. Fair play to AJ Allmendinger. Who knows what he'll be doing next year, if he'll either be racing Xfinity Series or may, come back next year in Cup. Who knows? None of this has been announced yet. Call it. So we have to just wait it out, see what happens. 2nd place, William Byron. William Byron has been so consistent these playoffs. It's been amazing. He's been really consistently finishing inside the top 5, top 10, top 15. He's been doing really good, collecting stage points. He's been getting it done. Really fair play for William Byron. My championship pick. Will he get it done, Phoenix? Who knows? But nonetheless, they're really good today. Kyle Busch, came home in P3. Again, for Busch, he needed to win. Fortunately, he didn't win, but he did pretty good. He did pretty good. Led some laps. Fair play to him. Fair play. 4th place, Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs did really good today as well. He ran well, ran solid, ran top 5, top 10, I believe, for the majority of the race I watched. So, fair play to him. That first one's coming soon. I have a feeling it could be this season, but who knows? Who knows at the end. 5th place, Joey Logano. For Logano, I feel like this has been potentially a race he needed, because the past couple races, Logano really hasn't done much, and this season, Logano hasn't done much. So, top 5 finish today, solid, well earned. He was running top 10 for the majority of the race I watched, so he got a good finish out of it. Tyler Reddick came home in 6th place. Tyler Reddick, a road course specialist, ran well. He led a lot of laps. I believe he led like 27 laps. So, yeah, good performance for Tyler Reddick. Collected stage points, so it was definitely come in handy. 7th place, Chris Buescher, another road course specialist, started 20th and finished 7th. So, fair play to Chris Buescher. Good race. He's moving on to the round of 8. Then you got Alex Bowman in 8th. Good performance from Bowman. He needed a clean race, good race, and today I'd say it was a good one for him. Fair play to him. Chase Elliott, 9th place. Again, he led 5,000 career laps today, so he accomplished that goal. He got to 5,000 career laps led today, so good job for Elliott. Milestone accomplished, but top 10. Led, I believe, 15 laps, so fair play to him. Rush Chastain, 10th place. Same thing as Kyle, really. He needed to win, so yeah. He didn't need that 10th place. He needed to win. 11th place, Ryan Preece. I didn't really know his game when it comes to road courses. So, hey, he ran pretty well. 11th place, he will take that. That's a good finish. Then you got 12th place, Ryan Blaney. 13th place, Kyle Larson. 14th for Austin Dillon. 15th for Christopher Bell. 16th for Bubba Wallace. And Bubba Wallace potentially had a chance to make a charge to get enough points, enough positions to make it into the round of 8. Until in the last stage, you had Daniel Suarez down the backstretch, basically becoming a kamikaze, going too deep into the chicane, the backstretch chicane, got loose, turned into Austin Cindric, who then turns into Bubba Wallace in a bit of a chain reaction accident. So, yeah, tough break for Bubba. Although he did bounce back to finish 16th, so, could have been worse, but he's still not making it to the round of 8. Although, to be fair, all of us had Bubba out potentially in round 16, so fair play to him. He fought till the very end. Who knows what could have happened if Bubba won at Texas? But, again, that is a what if. So, we'll leave it at that. Corey LaJoie finished 17th. LaJoie and Josh Bilicki had a bit of contact earlier in the race. I didn't catch that part because, well, I wasn't watching at the time. So, tough break between those two. Nonetheless, LaJoie got a good finish. He finished 17th. Then you got Brad Keselowski 18th. Again, Keselowski, maybe he could have made it on points, but more than likely he needed to win, and he got involved in a lot of incidents, so yeah, tough break. Kevin Harvick finishes 19th. Tough race for him. Martin Truex Jr., 20th. Again, Truex has not had the best of races as of late. And like I already mentioned, he needs to bring his A game for the round of 8. His team needs to bring his A game for the round of 8. Because if not, he's out on the round of 8. Straight up. Then you got Eric Almirola 21st. Again, we don't know what Eric Almirola is going to be doing next year. Silly season's going to be pretty interesting with that car potentially with someone else. There's rumors flying around. Some things I may know. Who knows? Time will tell. Justin Haley finished 22nd. Todd Gillen, who was running top 20, top 15 for the majority of the race I saw in a Rick Ware racing car in the number 51. Destroying Saint Smith. I think he even finished ahead of him, I believe. He did. So, fair play to Todd Gillen. Very fair game. So, yeah, but he also, though, crashed with 3 laps to go. That wasn't shown on NBC, but he had an incident. So, yeah, unfortunately, he didn't get the finish. In my opinion, he deserved. But nonetheless, it was a good race. It was a good race for Todd Gillen. He's good at road courses. In my opinion, he's underrated at road courses. So, potentially you maybe expected. Potentially it was expected for him to do good. But, fortunately, wasn't meant to be for a good finish. But, nonetheless, 23rd isn't bad. Top 25. 24th is Harrison Burton. 25th is Austin Cindric. 26th, Josh Bilicki. 27th, Austin Hill. Chase Briscoe, 28th. I really don't know what happened with Briscoe. That's not very good. Mike Rockenfeller, 29th. Saint Smith, 30th. Ty Dillon, 31st. Michael McDowell, who was involved in an incident. Yep, DNF'd. Finished 32nd. Daniel Suarez, who, again, played a part, in my opinion, in the playoffs. Got into Cindric, got into Wallace. Tough break there. He actually got involved in the incident when Christopher Bell tapped Daniel Suarez heading into the NASCAR Charlotte Oval Turn 1, and he had a bit of help. He got hit by Christopher Bell, causing him to DNF. Now, in my opinion, quick little thing, the worst thing Christopher Bell can do right now is make enemies when he's in the playoffs. He's in the playoffs, Suarez isn't. Bell takes Suarez out. Could there be consequences? Who knows? Time will tell. Then you got Stenhouse 34th, Lally 35th, Eric Jones 36th, and Denny Hamlin last place, 37th. He suffered an incident in stage 3 as well, but that was DNF, and that was actually the first DNF of the race. So, yeah, a rare Denny Hamlin last place finish. But again, those were the results. Again, to a bit of a chaotic, wild race with a good winner, in my opinion. A.J. Allmendinger, underdog winner. We like underdogs. It's awesome. You gotta like A.J. Allmendinger. Again, he showed also a lot of emotion after the race. He was crying. It was emotional for him because, again, like he said, you don't know when you're gonna win these types of races again. Cup Series again. Who knows what he'll be doing next year? Who knows if this could potentially be his last year in Cup? No one knows right now. So, time will tell. But nonetheless, the round of 8 field is set. Larson, Buescher, Hamlin, Byron, Blaney, Bell, Truex, and Reddick. You got some drivers potentially looking to shock the world to make into the Final Four. And you got drivers getting closer and closer to that chance to get their first championship. Who's going to get it done? The beginning of the quest for the championship in the round of 8 begins next week in Las Vegas. So, should be fun. But nonetheless, again, solid race. I give it a 7.5 out of 10 for the Charlotte Roval. It was good. It was solid. But again, the road course package still needs some work. But nonetheless, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed tonight's video. Please subscribe, as that would mean a lot to me. And please subscribe for more racing content, which I look to provide. And potentially I have an idea for a potential little thing for more content coming up. Could it be controversial? Maybe. But nonetheless, thank you all for watching. And I will see you all potentially this week for more videos. Bye-bye.